17-year-old daughter of Michael and Olga Noe. She has attended Sulphur Spring Schools for 12 years. Caitlin is serving a second-year term as student body treasurer. She is the secretary of the National Honor Society. Caitlin is also a member of Q Club, Business Professionals of America, Family Career and Community Leaders of America, Rotary Youth Leader Awards, Lady Cat Golf, the Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy, and competes in UIL. In addition, she is a member of the National Technical Honor Society, the secretary of the National Honor Society, and is active in the Hopkins County Leadership class. She is also a member of the top 10% of the senior class. After graduation, Caitlin plans to attend Texas Tech University to pursue a degree in engineering. Tonight, Caitlin is escorted by her parents, Michael and Olga Noe. There she is, Caitlin Noe. Lily Glenn. Glenn is the 17-year-old daughter of Nick and Amy Glenn. She has attended Sulphur Spring Schools for 7 years. Lily is a member of the Blue Blazers, where she serves as senior lieutenant. Lily is an active member of the Student Council, Key Club, TULSA, and active member of the Hopkins County Leadership. In addition, she is a part of the National Honor Society and National Technical Honor Society. Lily teaches classes at the Sulphur Springs Center for Dance and is a member of the Surge competitive dance team. Lily also likes to spend time with her church youth group at First Baptist. After graduation, Lily plans to attend Texas A&M University to major in kinesiology and minor in dance science. Following her bachelor's degree, she'll pursue a master's in physical therapy with a specialization in pediatrics. Tonight, Lily is escorted by her parents, Nick and Amy Glenn. That's Lily Glenn. Ladies and gentlemen, after a vote of the student body, 2 princesses and 1 queen have been chosen. Our first princess, Kendall Farrell. And now our next princess, voted on by the student body of the Sulphur Springs High School, Jackie Monroy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been...
And welcome to Wildcat Football here on KSST, where they're just about to announce the homecoming queen.
Lily Glenn.
Lily Glenn has been named the 2023 Sulphur Springs High School homecoming queen. Just now as we get ready for the Wildcats to kick off in just a few minutes. And then we had two princesses as well. That would be Kendall Farrell and Jackie Monroe. So congratulations to those young ladies as homecoming is about to get kicked off here at Gerald Prim Stadium. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chad Young, your color commentator. And then, of course, we have John Mark Dempsey in the booth for play-by-play. Good evening, John Mark.
Good evening, Chad. Glad to be here again.
We've got Matt Jansen on the camera, and we've got Natalie Sheffield down on the field with another camera. And then, of course, our good friend Cameron Faust in the booth as well, helping us out with everything else, keeping it all together here as the Wildcats have a big game here for homecoming. John Mark, tell us all about it.
Well, this would appear not to be a very tough opponent for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats, but you hesitate to say that. Mabank comes in here at 1-5 and 0-1 in district play.
Right.
But the thing I look at is that last year this was a very competitive game. Sulphur Springs won the game last year 28-17 at Mabank.
Right.
So, the history would say, or the recent history would say, that it may be a little closer than what the records would indicate. Of course, the Wildcats come in here at 5-1, and they are 1-0 in district play after their 36-7 win over Community last week. And last week, Mabank lost to Anna, which is, of course, undefeated and state ranked 35-0. So that's about the size of it. Mabank is going to be another team, Chad, that like what we saw with Community last week, they are going to run the wing tee, or Brandon Faircloth calls it the slot tee.
Slot tee.
The quarterback under center, and we're not sure who the quarterback will be. They have used three quarterbacks this season. Hagan T. Harina has played the most. He has 223 yards passing. Caden Penland played some last week, had 49 yards passing on 4 of 8. And then they have another quarterback, Gavin Foote, who has completed 1 of 5 passes for 11 yards. So one of those three, because I do not think that Hagan T. Harina, for whatever reason, who has been their primary quarterback, I don't believe he played in last week's game. So we will see. Who starts at quarterback here.
Right, they've just got a lot of options there.
Yeah, they do, but, none of them have set the woods on fire as yet. But and it may be a matter where they're moving guys in and out and trying to find somebody that will be the true number one guy. So we'll find out here very shortly.
And, of course, you say, it's high school football and anything can happen. But you think the Wildcats have a pretty good chance, especially with the records that have been posted between the two teams so far. So.
Oh, yeah. Sulphur Springs surely would be a big favorite in the game. But, when you talk to Brandon Faircloth, every one of these teams that they play is capable of beating them on any given night.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That absolutely has to be the approach that they take and the attitude that they take in preparation for the game.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking for a great game tonight. The Mabank Panthers and the Sulphur Springs Wildcats getting ready to battle here. Hopefully the Wildcats can post another big win, but anything can happen. So we'll keep our eyes peeled.
I'll tell you something else that's going to be interesting to watch. I see.
Yeah, go ahead. They're going to play the alma mater in the background there, and then we'll get the national anthem here in a minute.
What I started to say was this will be the first night for the Wildcats that they have all three of their running backs ready to go.
Oh, yeah. So Malachi Rowland's in the mix.
He should be able to play tonight, and he was the guy that we were looking to be the number one back at the start of the season, but he's been injured, had actually a hairline fracture in one of his ankles in one of the scrimmages, and they just have held him out until now. But, of course, also D. Rose Luke has looked good, and he missed last week's game because he had a concussion in the game against Liberty Ilo. And the last couple of weeks, Cameron Jefferson has just been fantastic. He's had 100 yards in rushing the last 2 games. So you have 3 running backs that are about equally capable that Sulphur Springs can go to, and how they're going to use them all, whether they're just going to shuttle them in and out and use a different one on each possession, or whether they're going to find a way to maybe have all three in the game at the same time. At some point, it's going to be real interesting.
And then on defense, of course, we're going to be looking for Mr. Ibarra. Yeah, it's a huge game last week for him with 3 interceptions, and so we're looking for more. Just going to be keeping our eye on him, that sophomore that did so well in last week's game.
Giovanni Ibarra, what was surprising, and talking with Brandon Faircloth this week about him, he's playing cornerback. Normally you think of a guy that's going to get 3 interceptions in a game as a free safety.
Sure.
He's playing cornerback, and that's almost unheard of for a cornerback. Another interesting note is that for Mabank, they have a player, Jordan Flores, a senior defensive back, who has 6 interceptions.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
So that for high school football, it really is exceptional.
Right.
And we'll be watching him as well.
Well, good. We're looking forward to a good game tonight. The Sulphur Springs Wildcats here at Gerald Prim Stadium, of course, homecoming night. So we hope for a big game as they crown the homecoming princesses and queen earlier. And we'll have that full ceremony on Channel 18, of course, on YouTube as well later on. I think we're getting ready for the national anthem coming up as we try to find the flags over there off in the distance. Not a breath of wind tonight, John Markham.
No, but that could change before the night's over. We're looking for a cool front to come in sometime tonight. Whether that's going to be during the game or after the game, we're not sure. But, yeah, right now those flags are hanging absolutely limp at the south end of the stadium.
Big difference from last weekend
totally.
when the wind seemed to be 20 or 30 miles an hour at the start of the game and got worse.
Chad, let me run through the officials real quick while we have the time. Richard King is tonight's referee. The umpire is Gary Gallion. The head linesman is Ricky Goodwin. The line judge is Herb Ashley. The back judge is Mark Busby. The side judge is Clayton Hamlet, and the field judge is Jonathan Galt, and they are out of the Tyler chapter. And for the first time in several weeks, we do not have a female official on the crew tonight.
Right. So tonight's temperature at kickoff, 69 degrees here at Gerald Prim Stadium, and it's going to get down into the mid-60s as we play along tonight. Right now, no wind, which is great, but John Mark's weather forecast says that we could have a cold front coming through and get some wind before. You think that's about halftime or deep in the third quarter? Come on, you have to be a little more specific, John Mark.
I'm going to say it's going to come in at halftime.
It's coming in at halftime.
So we get to enjoy the no wind in the first half,
right, and then have wind in the second half.
Cooler temperatures.
Okay, I'm going to call you out on that. I got a good memory, so.
Yeah, but so. Mabank tonight coming in, as we say, 1-5, Sulphur Springs 5-1. And I would think that for Brandon Faircloth, there might be a little bit of a challenge to keep the Wildcats from looking ahead to next week when they play at Paris.
Right.
And that's a traditional rival, of course, as you well know, for Sulphur Springs. And Paris, going into their game tonight, is 2-4, but I think that is very deceptive. I did a little bit of research on them today. And they have played, they've lost to Salina. They have lost to Gilmer, which is a Division 3A Division, or 4A Division 2 school, but traditionally very strong school. Lost to Gilmer 43-40.
Close game.
So the point being here that the teams that Paris has played in pre-district and the first district game have compiled a record of 23-13 this season. So while Paris is 2-4, I think that's deceptive. They have played a very, very tough schedule. And another thing that is interesting is that Paris beat Liberty Ilo 30-0, and the Wildcats beat Liberty Ilo 52-34. So while Paris shut out Liberty Ilo, the Wildcats gave up 34 points to the Leopards, and scored 52. So take that into account as well. But I think next week it's going to be a very, very competitive game and going to be an important game as the district season goes along.
Right. And the Wildcats have taken the field, and of course, the Mabank Panthers on the other side. They will be getting the captains coming up. But here comes the national anthem.
Right.
Let's stand for that.
And remain standing for our national anthem by the Sulphur Springs High School Band under the leadership of Spencer Emmert.
Please bow your heads and pray with me. Dear Lord, thank you for this day and for a great start to the school year. Thank you for all the people here tonight, and may we all be great examples of your kindness. Lord, I just pray for protection over every player on the field tonight as they represent each of our schools. We love you so much, and in Jesus' name, amen.
And that's the national anthem by Man Oh Man, that Wildcat band, as we get ready for kickoff. The captains lining up on both sides of the field to get ready for the coin toss. This is my favorite part, John Mark. This is really...
It's a dramatic moment, isn't it?
Yes, it is a dramatic moment. 7 officials on the field. You've already called their names. We heard from Tony Flippin a couple of games ago that that they have more officials these days and get better coverage and maybe get to run a little bit less. So
right, that's the big thing.
That's going to be the big thing.
There's so much passing now that they need to have some extra guys and maybe some younger guys or gals to cover the field. Chad, while we have the opportunity, you just mentioned that you mentioned the Man Oh Man, that Wildcat band.
Yes.
They were in the regional competition this week and got all 1 ratings and are going on to area competition, and that will be a week from tomorrow, October 21st at Lindale. So that's very exciting, and very pleased to hear how well they did in their regional competition this week.
Oh, absolutely. And our captains tonight for the Wildcats, we've got number 3, number 22, and number 10. So that's going.
Austin Cheney.
Yep, Austin Cheney.
Iverson Irvine.
And Cameron Jefferson. Yes. Then on the other side of the field, we've got, see, number 65 is one of the captains on the other side.
Wildcat captain.
And that would be, well, I don't have a 65 for Mabank.
That's number 7, 11, and number 80.
Racer McCullough is 1, and then Jordan Flores, did you say, number 11, I believe, and he is the young man with 6 interceptions.
Yes.
And did you say 80?
I did.
So that would be Caden Truelove.
Okay, and Mabank. Yes, and the Wildcats are going to be taking the north end of the field to receive the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff, I believe, if I read that right. I was trying to get all those numbers, and kind of missed actually who won the toss, but that's the result there, as the Wildcats are going to receive the kickoff here in the first half, meaning they will be kicking off at the beginning of the second half.
Maybank had a long drive. It's about an hour and 20-minute drive. They came up from the south and down near Cedar Creek Lake.
Oh, yeah.
And Gun Barrel City down in that area. So it's a long haul for them to come up here.
Yes.
And not all that many Mabank fans, but a hardy crew across the way, mainly in the center section of stands.
Yep, I'm going to say 75 fans have made it over there so far. Back to receive the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff for the Wildcats, course number 5, and looks like we got number 3 back here.
Caden Mitchell and Austin Cheney then, and usually we see Tristan Hankins back, and for whatever reason I don't see him. They are obviously not anticipating a very deep kick here, as both Caden Mitchell and Austin Cheney are standing at the 15-yard line.
Right.
Ball is teed up at the 40, and we are ready to go. And here is the kick, and it is a very short kick. In fact, this is what amounts to an onside kick, and Mabank has recovered.
Yes, well, a very good kind of trick play there by Mabank, as they kicked it right into the front line, and it bounced right off of a Wildcat and back through the front line of the Mabank Panthers, and another one of those Panthers dropped down on it, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Panthers with a successful onside kick. They're going to be starting on their own 48-yard line for their 1st and 10.
They're shooting the works from the get-go here. That was Braden Linder who was the kicker. And on 1st down, this is a running play off the right side, and that is Ashton Chambers, who picks up about 5 yards or so for Mabank into Sulphur Springs territory already at the 47-yard line. So a gain, yes, of 5 yards. Starting quarterback is Caden Penland. By the way, we talked about who would start at quarterback. Penland is a junior.
Gotcha.
Has completed 50% of his passes, but that's just 4 of 8 for 49 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception.
Bo Loggins on the tackle there for the Wildcats.
The split T formation here, and they hand off to the wingback going from left to right, and he is brought down after a very short gain. That would be Braden Linder, who was the kickoff man just a moment ago. Picks up maybe 2 yards to the 45-yard line of Sulphur Springs, and it'll be 3rd down and 3.
Bo Loggins again making the tackle. Panthers already in Wildcat territory, taking their time as they set the ball up. 15 seconds on the play clock. They come out, break out of the huddle almost all together like it should be. Look at that.
Caden Penland under center. Fakes a handoff, keeps it himself, goes up the middle, lowers his shoulder, and should have the 1st down at the Sulphur Springs 41-yard line.
He does. They're going to move the chains, and they're going to kind of surprised the Wildcat defense there as kind of a fake handoff and then a quarterback keeper there. I'm not sure if that was the way that was planned, but looks like we had Nathan Andrews on the tackle there for the Wildcats, number 34.
Penland is a good-sized young man, 6'4", 175. Very tight formation here, 2 tight ends. Handoff to the wingback going from right to left, over left tackle. And a substantial gain there for Sulphur Springs, or for Mabank, and that was Linder, Braden Linder on the carry, and he picks up 5 yards to the 36-yard line.
Number 34 on the tackle again for the Wildcats, Nathan Andrews.
Linder coming into the game with 149 yards rushing, 5 yards per carry. So again, Mabank here going with the split T, or the slot T is what the Sulphur Springs coaches call it. They have a wingback on the right side going in motion, and this is the handoff to Ashton Chambers, who's their leading rusher off right tackle, and Chambers inside the 35 down to about the 32-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and 1 for Mabank. Again, Mabank started off with an onside kick.
Yes.
And recovered at their own 48-yard line. It must have, and Chad described it, it bounced off one of the Wildcats. It has to go 10 yards.
Yes.
But bounced back a couple of yards, and they recovered at their own 48. And now at the 32-yard line, 3rd and 1.
That just caught the Wildcat special teams by surprise. They actually a pretty good play for the Panthers.
Tight formation here, 2 tight ends, 2 backs behind Penland, and they hand off to Chambers, and Chambers hit behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss. We'll see where they give him forward progress.
They're going to give him forward progress. It looks like about the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to make it a 4th and 1. I
think that's kind of a generous spot for Mabank.
It is, but And Mabank's they're showing that they're going to go for it here.
Oh, sure.
They're in 4 down territory here, and certainly have nothing to lose. Kind of a free set of downs for them, a free possession here since they recovered that onside kick.
4th and 1 from the 32-yard line. No score here. 8:12 to go, first quarter. Man in motion, Linder from left to right. Linder takes the handoff, goes up the middle. Not much there.
They're going to have to measure this one. It's pretty close.
He got to the 31, or so the head linesman would indicate, and if that's the case, he may have it. But the Wildcats think that they stopped him. And apparently they will bring out the chains. You don't see that too much these days, Chad. I don't know why. You don't see it as much, but you don't.
Right.
Boy, he is right there.
Yes, he is. And
if this was television, you had that yellow line. I think the ball might be on the yellow line.
Yeah, there they go. They're going to come out and measure. Looks to me like he's going to have it there. And I've got the trusty binoculars out here to get right in on if one of those players would get out of my way, and they are going to have it.
Yeah,
it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
You could tell they turned away without any emotional reaction at all.
Right, yeah. The defense is staying on the field. So the Mabank Panthers down on the Wildcat 31-yard line. They've made some good progress here from their own 48 and now got a fresh set of downs.
Dalen Gibbs goes out wide to the left side. Linder in motion from left to right. The wingback handoff up the middle. Short gain for Mabank on this first down play. And that one went to Ashton Chambers again. And it's a gain down to the 28-yard line for a gain of 3, so it's 2nd down and 7. Mabank operating out of the wing tee,
split tee,
slot tee.
Slot tee. Oh, nuts. Yeah.
But
okay.
It's the quarterback under center. You have 2 setbacks typically, although this time they have 1 setback. They have a wing back right going in motion. Handoff to the setback, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down for no gain or very close to it.
Probably the same kind of offense that the Cowboys were running when Walt Garrison was playing for them back. And Walt Garrison passing away today at the age of 79. One of the great Dallas Cowboys.
That's right.
And he was also, I read today, he's also a cowboy in real life.
That's right.
He participated in many rodeos until a rodeo injury ended his football career. So
I did not know that.
Kind of an interesting, I'm making this up as I go along. No, it's an interesting fact I learned today, John.
3rd and 5 from the 26-yard line, and Penland passing and incomplete. Intended at the 20-yard line for Caden Trulove. But Braxton Wall broke it up. Maybe you heard our public address announcer, Kevin Woolley, tell you that before I did.
Yes.
But it is
he was excited about it.
4th and 5 now at the Sulphur Springs 26-yard line. Again, no score. 6:27 left to go in the first quarter. Mabank has had the football the entire first quarter here.
Yes, and the long kick for them at this yardage, so they're going to go for it.
Penland play action pass, sets up, thinking about running, will run it. He will have the first down. He scrambles for the first down to the 15-yard line of the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Caden Penland. So that's a gain of 11 yards on that 4th down and 5.
Yeah, great. A great run there that he just went right up the middle, and it was finally Laren Vaughn that brought him down there, number 42 for the Wildcats. And it's going to be, they're deep in the red zone. They're on the Wildcat 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for those Panthers.
Laren Vaughn, Wildcat middle linebacker, leads the team with 57 tackles coming in. First down at the 15-yard line. This one goes to Braden Linder, the wingback on the left side, going from left to right. And a short pickup there for him. And Laren Vaughn again on the tackle, or Truth Holmes also there, I believe, for Sulphur Springs. To the 13-yard line. This will be the 12th play of the drive coming up.
Yes, and it's time for the Wildcat defense to turn up the heat on this Panther offense as they've just kind of let them move on down the field. No really big, huge plays. I guess the biggest play was the quarterback run just now to get that first down.
2 backs behind the quarterback, and the handoff this time goes to to Ashton Chambers, their leading ball carrier, with over 400 yards rushing coming into the game. He gets to the 12-yard line. That's a gain of only 1 yard.
And stopped by Ty Bybee for the Wildcats as he tried to sneak up the middle there and didn't get much yardage, so going to call that one 3rd and 7. Is that right, John Mark?
Yep. Ty Bybee, 45 tackles, number 3 tackler on the Wildcat defense coming into the game. So 3rd and 7. They need to reach the 6-yard line from the 13. Wing back left, wide out left, wing back in motion left to right. Penland option play. The quarterback keeps it. He will be well short of a first down at about the 8-yard line. But be 3rd and short, make it about 3rd and 2. A long 2 for Mabank.
And he was caught from behind by Giovanni Solis there, as well as a couple of other Wildcats. So
they're going to go for the field goal here. I'm a little bit surprised by that on 4th and 2.
Yeah, 4th and, yep.
Noah Romero. Angle is to the left. This is a 25-yard field goal, and it is good.
The Mabank Panthers get on the board first with 3 points. 3:58 left in this first quarter. The Wildcats suffering the indignity of an onside kick, and the Panthers slowly taking it down the field and putting 3 points on the board. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff here at Gerald Prim Stadium in just a moment.
By Noah Romero moments ago. Here's a pass to the far side in the flat, and it is complete to Skylar Lewis, close to a first down at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, good pass reception there, and that's going to move the chains. They're going to go ahead and move them. So it'll be a Hootens Hardware first down for the Wildcats as they get set up on their own 47-yard line.
That drive by Mabank was 43 yards in 14 plays. And the first down now for the Wildcats. Empty backfield. Brady Driver back there by himself. And a lot of pressure, and he is going to be sacked back at the 36-yard line.
Well, something you don't see very often because Brady Driver is an excellent quarterback and can read the defense and scramble. But they got on him pretty quick, and they're going to lose about 10 yards on that one, or maybe 11 yards. And so it's going to be second and 21 for your Wildcats.
Caden Polk, junior defensive lineman, with the sack for Mabank. So way behind the chains here. 2nd and 21. Driver fakes a handoff, swings it out. It is caught by Wyatt Watson in the flat as he got out of bounds at the 43-yard line. I thought that Driver was going to run it in the last moment.
Yep.
He raised up and fired a pass out into the flat, and that is good for a gain to the 43, so that's a 7-yard gain.
Yep, good pass, good reception, but still now it's 3rd and long. It's going to make it 3rd and about 14.
Yep, 3rd and 14.
And so the Wildcats needing to get all the way into Panther territory here, all the way to their 43-yard line to get a new set of downs.
By the way, Malachi Rowland is in the ball game at running back. He's setting up a screen on the near side to Jackson Hare, and he is brought down immediately once he catches the pass by Jordan Flores, senior defensive back.
It's going to be punt time for your Wildcats there, as they're going to be not 3 and out, but they get a first down on the first play of the first drive there, or the first set of downs, and then but they're 3 and out on this set of downs, and they're going to punt. He's standing all the way back on his own 29-yard line.
That was a loss of 2 yards on that screen pass to Jackson Hare. Now it is 4th down and 16, and Brady Driver will punt. Takes his time. And the punt coming down the 20-yard line. Fair catch is called for, and that is where Mabank will start their drive. Ty Perkins calling the fair catch there for the Mabank Panthers.
Yes, a good punt there. Was that from the 37-yard line?
Line of scrimmage was the 41.
41.
So that's a 38-yard punt.
Oh, John Mark, you with your fancy math. My goodness. I had it at 39 myself, but I was using electronic clock.
I have a little very low-tech device here, and the copyright on this little device is 1958.
Really? 1958? Yes.
I'm an old-fashioned guy. First down for Mabank. They're leading 3-0. Handoff to Linder, the wingback, going from right to left, and Linder turns upfield and gets out to about the 24-yard line, so that will be a gain of 4 yards.
Well, like we said at the opening of the game, anything can happen here in Wildcat Friday Night Football. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this first quarter, the Wildcats are down 3-0 as the Panthers have the ball, and they're trying to move on down the field. They're deep in their own territory.
Caden Penland under center, passing to the far side.
Not sure if they're
and incomplete. He had his hands on the ball there, did Dalen Gibbs, but unable to secure the catch, and so it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Mabank Panthers.
Wildcat defense spending a lot of time of this first quarter on the field. There's 1 minute and 13 seconds left in this first quarter.
Wingback right goes in motion, 2 backs behind Penland. Handoff goes once again to Linder, the wingback who was going from right to left, and he is cut down at the 26-yard line, well short of a first down. It'll be 4th and 3
punt time
for the Panthers.
Yeah, punt time for the Panthers, as they're going to let the clock tick down. 50 seconds on the game clock, 23 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to get this play off, but Wildcats are going to get it. The Wildcat back to receive the punts on his own 45-yard line, so it should be good field position for these Wildcats.
Kyler Howarth is the punter. Skylar Lewis back for Sulphur Springs. And Lewis takes it at the 38-yard line, going to his right, 45-50, on the loose at the 40, in Mabank territory, down the sideline, and steps out of bounds somewhere around the 25-yard line. Nice return there by Skylar Lewis.
But we have a flag on the play midfield, and it's, I'm going to guess it's going to be a illegal block in the back by a Wildcat, if I saw that correctly. So we'll see what the call is here.
That's a 36-yard punt return by Skylar Lewis, but it looks like it's going to come back.
Everybody's walking back to this end of the field. Here comes the call from the official.
It is blocking the back.
Yep, against the Wildcats. So I called that one correctly. And so, not sure exactly where. I guess they spot the ball, mark it off from the spot of the foul, maybe?
That's right. So it's still a nice return, and still puts the Wildcats in good field position, although now I see they are walking it off from the 48-yard line in Mabank territory. Sulphur Springs had lined up at the 48, and now they have to walk it back to their own 42.
Yep, so it's 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. They'll need to get into Panther territory. 22 seconds left on this first quarter.
Cameron Jefferson in the ballgame now, running back for Sulphur Springs. They hand off to him on first down. Between the tackles goes Cameron Jefferson across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
9 seconds left on the game clock. That's probably going to let them wind it down for the first quarter. Sorry I interrupted you, John Mark.
Gain of 5 yards, that's all, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. Mabank leading over Sulphur Springs 3-0.
We'll take a break as they switch into the field, and we'll be back with Wildcat football here on KSST in just a moment. And we're back to Gerald Prim Stadium where your Wildcats have the ball at the start of the second quarter here. But the score is 3-0 in favor of the Panthers, the Mabank Panthers, as first quarter was dominated by the Panthers holding the ball. It's second down and about 5, I think. John Mark, they're getting ready to snap.
Second down and 5. Handoff goes to Cameron Jefferson, and Jefferson breaking tackles in the backfield. He is such a hard man to bring down. And he was hit near the line of scrimmage, maybe even behind the line of scrimmage, ends up gaining about 4 yards or so, and now it'll be 3rd down and 1 at the Mabank 49-yard line.
Switching out some personnel here on the Wildcat side of the ball. It's 3rd and short, putting in some big guys on that front line.
And they will go with a very tight formation here. 2 tight ends, 2 blocking backs. And Brady Driver, the quarterback, is going to run it. And off tackle goes Brady Driver, and he will have the first down. That's just, here we come. Just see if you can stop us.
Right. They've had some forward progress on that to push him down a little bit. But I think one of the Wildcats going in, I think that was Ridge Swafford, 58 going in. Yes, Wildcats achieving that Hooten's Hardware first down, so they're going to be moving on up the field here. They're in Panther territory.
Mabank leading 3-0 here in the first minute of the second quarter. Here's a handoff to Cameron Jefferson, and Jefferson going off tackle to the left and crosses the line of scrimmage, keeps his feet moving, and he is all the way down to the 31-yard line for a gain of 16 yards. Cameron Jefferson, first down for Sulphur Springs.
Oh, yeah, the Wildcats, the offense really getting it together now as they move on down the field and deep into Panther territory now. As you said, they're on the Panther 31-yard line. It's a Hooten's Hardware first down for your Wildcats. Jefferson
coming in with 327 yards rushing and 2 100-yard rushing games in the last 2 games.
You got Grayson Reams here on the near side, lined up as a receiver.
We're at Brady Driver. Play action pass, throwing into the end zone, and he's got his man, that's Skylar Lewis, for the touchdown. Leaping catch at the goal line, Skylar Lewis. And for Lewis, that is his 9th touchdown reception of the season.
And Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go, Wildcats, as Skylar Lewis comes down with the jump ball in the end zone and puts 6 points on the board. And then, of course, we've got our very accurate kicker coming out for the extra point. So we'll hopefully make it 7-3 as there's 10:13 left in this second quarter.
Nathan Andrews snaps, Caden Mitchell holds, and Eric Rodriguez puts it through the uprights. He is now 23 of 24 for the season, and Sulphur Springs leads it 7-3 with 10:13 left to go in the first half.
We'll be back with Wildcat football here in just a moment on KSST at Gerald Prim Stadium.
It's a 58-yard drive in 5 plays for the Wildcats. They get the touchdown on the 31-yard touchdown pass from Brady Driver to Skylar Lewis. For Brady Driver, now that is his 15th touchdown pass of the season.
And we have the Wildcats lining up for the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff as they get ready to kick off. From right to left, they'll be kicking into the north, into that strong north wind that's at 0 miles per hour, John Mark.
Flags hanging limp in the south end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium right now, but we do expect that to change before the night is over. Eric Rodriguez advances on the ball, gets the foot into it, and this one comes down at the 8-yard line, and a fair catch called for there. And the rule that changed several years ago allows them to take the touchback there. So
right. Yeah, so that fair catch will bring the ball out. No matter where they get that fair catch, brings it out to the 25. It'll be 1st and 10 for those Panthers on their own 25-yard line.
Now again, Mabank.
But they're
on the. Go ahead, Chad.
Well, they're marking it all the way back to the 10.
Well, let's wait and see here how.
Yeah.
Mabank started the game with the onside kick and recovered at their own 48-yard line. And then they marched on down the field 43 yards and got the 25-yard field goal by Noah Romero. They do start at the 25-yard line. Yep. Straight T formation. How long's it been since you've seen that? And on the carry there, that is Peyton Welk out to the 29-yard line for the Mabank Panthers. The old straight T with 2 tight ends and 3 backs, 2 halfbacks and a fullback behind the quarterback under center. 2nd and 6 for Mabank. Sulphur Springs leading 7-3 after the touchdown moments ago. 31-yard pass from Brady Driver to Skylar Lewis. This time they have a wing back left. He goes in motion. 2 backs behind the quarterback, Penland. And a dive play off tackle to the 33-yard line on the gain here for Mabank. And on the carry,
Ty Bybee on the tackle there for the Wildcats.
That was Braden Linder on the carry for Mabank, and it is 3rd and 1 now for Mabank at the 34-yard line. Mabank wears white jerseys, gray pants. Their colors are green and white, so green numerals, white headgear. 2 backs behind Penland, the quarterback, 2 wideouts to the near side. Running play, handoff to the right side, shoving and pushing, and a huge pile of humanity there.
Everybody involved in this one.
All the way out to the 41-yard line.
Yes, one of those rugby scrums that we talk about.
It will be a 1st down.
So everyone on the Wildcat defense got an assist on that tackle as they, everybody, all 22 players were involved in that big pile that was trying to move the ball up, and it worked out well for the Panthers as they get on up to their own 41-yard line, and they can just get over into Wildcat territory and have a 1st down.
7-yard gain for Ashton Chambers on that carry. Wing back left, another wing back to the right side. He goes in motion from right to left. Penland under center, hands off, and this goes to Case Holt on the carry for the 1st time. The wing back on the other side coming around to take the handoff. He only gains a couple of yards out to the 43-yard line.
Laren Vaughn on the tackle for the Wildcats. 8:06 left in this 1st half of play. The Wildcats are up 7-3. The Panthers have the ball, but the Wildcat defense is holding tight here at midfield.
2nd down and 8 play coming up. Out over the football, Aaron Roden, the center. 3 backs behind Penland. 2 tight ends. Handoff up the middle. Short gain. And that, once again, is Braden Linder, the wingback, taking the handoff. Or normally the wingback, in that case, he was lined up as a halfback behind Penland. That's a gain of only 1 yard to the, actually make it 2 to the 45. So this is 3rd down and 6 for Mabank. Wildcats leading 7-3. Clock is ticking at 7:18 left to go in the first half. It's been a fast first half. 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 in the slot. Penland fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and Penland close to a first down at the 50-yard line. He might be, Chad, a yard short, a half yard short.
Yes, he's going to be, I'm going to call that 15 inches short of a first down there, John Mark. Pretty close, but I don't think they're going to give that one to him. And they're going to mark it, now they're going to mark it a yard short. 6:45 and counting left in the first half of play. Wildcats up 7-3 over the Mabank Panthers.
So they will apparently go for the first down here at midfield. The length of the football just across the midfield stripe. Caden Penland handing off to Peyton Welk, and Welk lowering his shoulder and shedding tackles all the way down to the 34-yard line of Sulphur Springs for a gain of 16 yards and a first down.
He broke a lot of tackles there and just almost got away with it if hadn't been for Grayson Hardy there to take him down. But the Panthers do get a first down. They're well into Wildcat territory now on the Wildcat, call it the 39-yard line. 6:10 left in the first half of play.
So this 1-5 Mabank team giving Sulphur Springs everything they can handle here in the first half.
Yes. So like we say, you got to be careful about Friday night football here in Northeast Texas.
2 backs behind Penland under center, and Penland fakes to Ashton Chambers and keeps it himself and is down to the 29-yard line running in traffic for Mabank. That's a gain of 5 yards. This will be the 9th play of this drive. Started at the Mabank 25-yard line, and I don't believe they've passed on the drive, have they, Chad?
No, I don't think so. No, they showed pass on one play there, and there was a quarterback keeper. So they're going to show pass on this play here to receivers on the near side, and they hand it off. 2nd
down and 4, and they give it to Peyton Welk again, and Welk lowering his shoulder as he goes off left tackle down to about the 26-yard line, and he's going to be a yard short, but it's just 3rd down.
Zach Thomas bringing the running back down there on that play. Zach Thomas, number 0 for the Wildcats.
3rd and 1 for Mabank at the Sulphur Springs 26-yard line. The Wildcats leading 7-3. 4:48 left to go first half. Caden Penland under center. Counter play. They hand off to Ashton Chambers, and Chambers bullying his way across the line of scrimmage down to about the 21-yard line. It's another first down for Mabank.
Mabank just marching down the field here. Very surprising.
Gain of 5 yards there.
But not a passing game. They don't have a passing game. Have a special interview coming up during halftime. Some Sulphur Springs High School graduate from 1974. So we'll be looking forward to that. That's all the information I'm going to give you right now, John Mark.
Wide out to the right. H-back behind the left tackle, 2 backs behind Penland, and he takes the snap and is running an option play to the right side, but maybe you heard the whistles, and play is stopped as it gets underway, and that's an illegal procedure penalty or false start against Mabank.
Right.
Best friend of the defense.
That's going to back them up 5 yards, and it's going to be first down again and 15 yards. So 1st and 15, kind of break the momentum of these Panthers. The Wildcat defense is hoping. 4:10 left in this second quarter in the first half of play, and 7-3 the Wildcats over the Panthers, but the Panthers trying to get into the red zone.
Penland under center, fakes a handoff now. He passes out into the flat to the near side, and that is caught by Ashton Chambers, and he is the victim of a form tackle there by one of the Wildcats, and that was Grayson Hardy, who is
number 2.
The number 2 tackler on the Wildcat defense, with 49 tackles coming into the game and 30 solo tackles to lead the team.
Well, and he wrapped him up and dropped him. They got a little bit of yardage out of that, but there's still going to be second and about 12 yards to go for the Panthers as they take their time, try to get this play set up. They know how important they are. This play is going to be.
Sulphur Springs leading 7-3. This is the 12th play of the drive. Wing back in motion right to left. That is Brayson Linder. They give it to him. He's trying to go wide, but the Wildcats do a terrific job of stringing out the play and maintaining containment. And Linder gets only about a yard or so, maybe two, to the 21-yard line.
He covered a lot of yardage there, but unfortunately was east to west, and he didn't make it. He needed to be going north to south there, and he got wrapped up, and they got dropped down. So now they're back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10, as the clock ticks down, 2:45 and counting in this first half.
Now, they have shown they will attempt a field goal and can convert a field goal successfully if they don't pick it up on this 3rd down. Quarterback is rolling to his right into the end zone. He throws.
He's got it.
And it is a touchdown for Mabank.
So Mabank puts 6 more points on the board to stun this Wildcat defense as there's 2:25 left in this second quarter. It's going to be 9-7. Panthers over the Wildcats with the extra point coming up. So a pretty good play. A huge pass there and a couple of steps on the Wildcat defender. So he had no trouble hauling it in for 6 points.
Dalen Gibbs makes the catch in the back corner of the end zone. The extra point just barely limps through the uprights by Noah Romero.
Right. That may be cleared the crossbar by a foot there. 2:25 left in this second quarter here at Gerald Prim Stadium. The Panthers now up over the Wildcats 10-7. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff in just a moment. And we're back to Gerald Prim Stadium. The Wildcats back to receive the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff after the Panthers put 7 points on the board. It's 10-7. The Panthers over the Wildcats, and only 2:25 left to play in this first half. So, John Mark, the Wildcats are going to have to get busy and try to get some points on the board, at least tie this up. If not, go ahead.
Right. Well, they've got enough time to do it. 2:25. That's a 21-yard pass from the quarterback, Caden Penland, to Dalen Gibbs on a 3rd and 10 play for Mabank. I think that's the second pass of the night that they've thrown. Here's another kick on the ground for Mabank by Noah Romero, and it is fielded at the 30-yard line by one of the
I think that's Austin
Wildcats.
Chaney.
Yeah, may be.
And he just very quickly and smartly knelt down on the 30-yard line so that, first of all, stop the clock with 2:22 left in this first half, so the Wildcats can try to get something moving. Instead of burning some time off the clock, trying to get a few extra yards, they're just going to probably try to pick some yardage up in the air, as they've got 3 receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far side. So
it's a 75-yard drive in 13 plays by Mabank, most of it on the ground. First down, Brady Driver, play action, setting up in the pocket to throw, and complete to Wyatt Watson over the middle. And Watson makes the catch and is able to pick up another 3 or 4 yards out to the 42-yard line for a gain of 12 yards.
They're going to stop the clock as they move the chains, but they're going to start that back up here just very quickly. 2:07 and counting left in this first half. The Wildcats down 10-7. Each team with 3 timeouts.
We've only been playing about 38 minutes or so actual time here, yeah. 1st and 10 from the 42. Wildcats do have all 3 timeouts, by the way. Pass down the middle. Once again, Wyatt Watson is open. Makes the catch, hit hard, but holds on at the Mabank 35-yard line.
My goodness, he got popped as he came down with that ball, but he popped right back up and is getting up to the line of scrimmage as Coach Faircloth sends in another play for this Wildcat offense.
Clock moving with 1:40 left to go in the first half. Sulphur Springs trailing 10-7. Snap to Driver. Driver in the pocket, sets up, and passing for Jackson Hare through his hands and almost intercepted by one of the Mabank backs.
Yeah, that could be number 1 for the Panthers.
Ty Perkins.
Ty Perkins, yes. He, I thought he caught it, but it was right on the ground when it got to him, and so he scooped it up, but it hit the ground. So that stops the clock. 1:31 left in this first half. The Wildcats down 10-7, and but they're all the way down on the Mabank 35-yard line. It's second down.
Ball on the near hash mark as they move from right to left. Driver in the shotgun, takes the snap, backpedals, going for Skylar Lewis, who had the touchdown pass of 31 yards in the first quarter, but this one he cannot bring down at the sideline. It will be 3rd down and 10 for Sulphur Springs at the Mabank 35-yard line, 1:26 left to go in the half.
Yes, just couldn't come down with it. It was a little bit at his fingertips there as he jumped up. He's right on the sideline trying to stay close to being able to get out of bounds.
Malachi Rowland in the ball game at running back for Sulphur Springs. Snap to Driver. This is a tunnel screen to Skylar Lewis. Lewis shoots through a couple of Mabank tacklers and steps out of bounds at the 24-yard line. That should be good for the first down.
He very quickly and smartly makes his way through that traffic, breaking a couple of tackles, gets the first down, then steps out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:17. Kicker is trying to practice here, get a few reps in on the sideline as Eric Rodriguez may be called to kick if they run out of time.
Well, let's hope not. First down. Here's the pass over the middle. Once again for Wyatt Watson. He makes a leaping catch and is brought down at the 6-yard line of Mabank for a gain of 18 yards.
And that's going to give the Wildcats another Hootens Hardware first down as they move the ball all the way down there on the 6-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and goal. While the clock ticking down, 1:03, just about to go under 1 minute. Taking their time as they want to run as much time off this clock, but they need to get into the end zone and score, John Mark.
Clock really not an issue with 3 timeouts. 52 seconds as the ball now is snapped. And the handoff goes to D. Rose Luke, who we haven't seen for a couple of weeks. And he stumbles down to the 1-yard line after he was hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good run. Clock now ticking down, 33 seconds. Need to do a little time management here and make sure there's enough. Now somebody's going to call timeout. Looks like it's not sure which side it is, but we're going to take a timeout with them. 28 seconds left on this first half. The Wildcats down 10-7, but right down on the 1-yard line about to score. We'll be back at Gerald Prim Stadium in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you were late arriving and missed the pregame tonight, Sulphur Springs crowned 2 princesses and a queen. Tonight's Princess Kendall Farrell, Princess Jackie Monroy, and homecoming queen Lily Glenn.
And we're back to Gerald Prim Stadium where the Wildcats are right down on the 1-yard line about to score, but 28 seconds left on the game clock in this first half. The Wildcats really need to score as they're down 10-7. And it was the Wildcats that took that time out. It was kind of confusing to me there at first, John Mark, but rightly so the Wildcats needed to make sure they get this set up just right and get in, at least make a score.
Second down and goal. Snap to Driver, and Driver will take it himself. And he's across the line for the touchdown. Brady Driver, the big quarterback for Sulphur Springs. And the Wildcats take the lead once again.
Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats, as Brady Driver handily just takes it right into the end zone himself. They're going to line up Mr. Rodriguez for the extra point and hopefully go ahead 14-10.
And here's the point by Eric Rodriguez. It is good, and the Wildcats do lead it 14-10 with 23 seconds remaining in the first half.
We're going to take a break as they get set up for the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. We'll be back to Gerald Prim Stadium for Wildcat football here in just a moment. And we're back to Gerald Prim Stadium where thank goodness the Wildcats have gone back up 14-10 over the Mabank Panthers. We're getting ready to set up. Eric Rodriguez is setting up the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. The Panthers will only have about 21 seconds when the ball hits their hands, 23 seconds on this first half clock here. So going to be interesting to see what they do with it. Not a lot of time left. They still have 3 timeouts, but 23 seconds at kickoff here is just not going to be enough time, I don't think, John Mark. But they've surprised us already.
With their offense, it is not a quick strike offense. We know that. Here's the kickoff by Eric Rodriguez, and again, the fair catch taken at the 5-yard line, so they will take it at the 25-yard line. My guess is, Chad, that they'll run out the clock here with 24 seconds.
Yes, they'll take the very close score and go to the locker room, I would think, because there is now it says 24 seconds on the clock, how it went from 23 down to 21, back up to 24. But they've got the correct time left on the clock, and so we'll see what they're going to do with that.
The drive by Sulphur Springs, by the way, 70 yards in 8 plays. There he takes the knee, Caden Penland, the quarterback, and so that'll be the final play of the first half. That was the 11th rushing touchdown of the season for Brady Driver moments ago. And 2 big plays on that drive, a 23-yard pass to Wyatt Watson and an 18-yard pass to Wyatt Watson on the drive. So the clock ticks down now to 1-0, and the Wildcats fortunate in some respects to be leading here at halftime, 14-10 over a very scrappy.
A very strange first half for Wildcat football here at Gerald Prim Stadium. We're going to take a break, and we're going to be back with a special interview during halftime here as the visiting band will play first in the background. We'll have an interview, and we'll get on with our halftime festivities here at Gerald Prim Stadium here in just a moment. Let's see.
You want me to clear out?
And we're back at Gerald Prim Stadium where halftime is now starting. The visiting Mabank Panther Band will be playing as a little background music for us. The Wildcats are up 14-10, almost by the skin of their teeth as they scored right in the last seconds of the first half. And I've got a special guest in the booth with me tonight, a Sulphur Springs native, a 1974 Sulphur Springs High School graduate, and it's Mr. Tony Willis. Welcome, Tony.
I tell you what, I am so happy to be here. This is the first Wildcat game I've seen since 2008.
Oh yes, well 2008 was a good time to go watch some Wildcat football, wasn't it?
I knew a guy in the Alamo Dome. I called him and I said, "Hey, I've got to be on the sideline for that Wildcat Dayton game," and got to watch the whole game from the sideline, and actually got to help give the medals and trophy to Coach Owens. And
oh wow!
So UL let me do that, and just had a great time. And we had a weekend off down where I'm at, and I told Coach Faircloth I wanted to come to a Wildcat game, and he was at Port Neches Grove. He's in the district with Texas City where I'm at, and we played each other for several years and got to know him. And when he took the job in Sulphur Springs, I think I might have been the first guy to congratulate because he does a great job.
Yeah, well, fantastic. And give us a little background. Tell us what you're doing here, why you came to this game. Of course, you had some time off, but also I don't want to spoil it for everybody. You're also a past participant of the radio workshop at KSST, and I know anyone that ever had that always puts that first on their resume, right?
When I was in high school, I was in journalism. Marynell Penn, who became Marynell Bryant.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
And we had I wrote stories for the high school paper and got into radio workshop. Actually, my brother Tim Willis was really big into the radio workshop and did a lot of stuff there, and worked with Bill Bradford and Dick Miner were people he worked with. And I had Tuesday nights. I had like a 2-hour, me and another guy named Scott Tollison, where we had a 2-hour deal on Tuesday nights my junior and senior year, and just loved the heck out of it. In fact, I actually went to college to be a journalism major. I wanted to be a broadcaster, and series of events, changed colleges, changed majors, and ended up going into education. And and now I'm the assistant athletic director for Texas City ISD, and we have 2 high schools, Texas City and Lamarck. Spent 23 years at Lamarck, was a football coach there, and we went to state championship games 7 times, won 3 of them.
My goodness.
And won a track state championship, softball state championship, so I was very lucky to be at a very good school. Lamarck's kind of dropped down a little bit. The state shut them down a few years ago and moved them in with Texas City, and so now I get to work over 2 high schools.
Well, good for you. And now that you can come up to Sulphur Springs, and you're doing writing. You're going back to your journalism roots, I understand.
Well, Texas Coach Magazine is a magazine put out by the Texas High School Coach Association, and I'm doing a story basically about you can go home again, and kind of coaches and how they grew into the positions they're in. And Sulphur Springs, my mom and dad lived here. My dad was a deacon at the church, First Baptist, for like 54 years. My older brother, my older sister all graduated from here. My younger sister, my parents moved to Central Texas a few years, and my younger sister went to Clifton, but we're all Sulphur Springs people. Actually, my parents passed away a few years ago, and we had their funerals here. And it just, Sulphur Springs has always been that community that I loved growing up, and so many great people here. And I say it hasn't changed, but it has.
Oh, sure. Certainly it has. And we have this beautiful newish field here and this wonderful press box here at Gerald Prim Stadium. So, and of course, the press box is named the Bill Bradford Press Box after Mr. Bradford himself, the longtime owner of KSST. And then there's a storage closet down the way that's named after myself as the current owner of KSST. I'm trying to get upgraded on that. But it's always good to come home again, and it's always good to come home here on this homecoming. So just very fitting for you. Now, when will we be able to, you're going to get this article together, and when would it be published? And, of course, it'd be available online, I guess?
I plan on trying to finish it before the end of football season, because I'm including some stuff, what I'm doing now in Texas City and Lamarck. And once I get that done, I'll submit it to them. And usually I've submitted other articles to them. Usually it probably would be January, February edition that comes out. And I told Coach Faircloth when that happened that I would, and he gets the magazine, so he'll see it too. And I've taken some pictures, and one of my graduate buddies here, Tony Flippin's been
another famous Tony from the class of 1974. I don't know how many famous Tonys there were in that class, but we've got two of them in the booth tonight.
And the thing I didn't realize that old Eagle Stadium was gone, and the old Rock Field House that we dressed in and everything. So there are some things that they've changed for the better, and a beautiful stadium. And like I said, Sulphur Springs has always been a place where we always want to come back to. And, in KSST, I still remember Bill Bradford talking about they were the first radio station to be able to directly get satellite weather radio.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Or pictures off the satellite.
Well, he invented his own weather satellite, or his weather radar, and we had that in the station. Of course, technology surpassed all that several years ago, but it was the first small market radio station in Texas that had their own weather radar systems, because he built it out of World War II surplus. So, yes, we're still the station that people turn to during bad weather, because we have that history, and we're the station that a lot of folks turn to for Wildcat football, because we have that history as well. And you're a part of that now, a part of that then, and we certainly appreciate you coming in and visiting with us. We look forward to that article. Our website also, KSSTradio.com. We look forward to sharing some more information about you on our website when the time comes, and we'll keep up with you. We invite you by the station as well to take a tour of the station out there by the movie theater on the interstate.
So KSST is still in the same place then?
We are, yes. My goodness, we've got a lot of tradition here. We can't change everything. So
I think I was talking to my brother on the way over here from the hotel, and he was talking about we still remember a lot of the jingles from KSST, from Tubby City Furniture.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Peavine Pinion, and some of the old greats at KSST. It was just and my brother and I worked on the dairy, and we remember turning the radio on in the morning and having KSST on to soothe the cows.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So it was great.
Well, thanks for coming in. We look forward to catching up with you later on as well. We really look forward to that article, and let you get back to your journalism roots of writing all that, and you've got some other teams that will be involved in that. Of course.
Like I said, I coached many years at Lamarck, and then became assistant AD there, and then a new coach came in, basically kind of cleaned house, and that's when I went to Texas City, and I've been there for 22. So this is 45 years. I'm going to retire in June, and I just decided that I wanted to kind of research about how coaches grow in the profession and where they start, and my start was in Sulphur Springs.
Right. Well, and then once you retire, if you want to move back to Sulphur Springs, we'll get the radio workshop fired back up over there at KSST, and you can play the same music. If you were playing current music back in the early 70s, we still play some of that music as oldies now, so you can just come back and we maybe can pick up some of the same songs.
I don't know. My wife's a CPA and works at a company in Galveston, and
let's keep her working.
Both my kids are down there, and I got four grandsons.
Yes.
So they keep us pretty busy. So
you're welcome anytime to come back and visit when you want to come home.
Well, listen, I really appreciate the opportunity to come and visit with you, and just enjoying the weekend here and with KSST.
Tony Willis, 1974 SSHS graduate, coming home to write another article for Texas Coach Magazine. Tony, thanks for coming in and talking with us.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back very quickly here with the Wildcat Band at Gerald Prim Stadium. James, let's take 2 commercials.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Sulphur Springs High School proudly presents the award-winning Blue Blazes as they strike up the band.
Back here at Gerald Prim Stadium, John Mark Dempsey along with Chad Young. And the Wildcats leading at halftime, but by a surprisingly narrow margin, 14-10 over the Mabank Panthers. And we'll briefly recap the first half for you. Mabank kicked off to start the game, and they kicked off with an onside kick and recovered at their own 48-yard line. They drove 43 yards in 14 plays. They got a 25-yard field goal from Noah Romero to go up 3-0 with 3:58 left to go in the first quarter. Wildcats punted on their first possession, and then Mabank punted back to the Wildcats, and Sulphur Springs got the offense going at that point. They went 58 yards in 5 plays, 31-yard touchdown pass from Brady Driver to Skylar Lewis. Eric Rodriguez the extra point to make it 7-3 with 10:13 left to go in the second quarter. Mabank then went on a remarkable 75-yard, 13-play drive, almost all of it on the ground, but the touchdown came on a 21-yard touchdown pass from the quarterback Caden Penland to Dalen Gibbs, and it was on a 3rd and 10 play. And they went up 10-7 at that point with the extra point. 2:25 left to go in the second quarter. Wildcats got the ball and mounted a very nice drive with not much time on the clock. They went 70 yards in 8 plays, and 2 big plays on the drive, a 23-yard pass to Wyatt Watson and an 18-yard pass also to Wyatt Watson. And then Brady Driver got the touchdown on a 1-yard quarterback sneak, basically. And the extra point by Rodriguez made it 14-10 with 23 seconds left to go in the first half, and Mabank then ran out the clock from there. So that's where we stand at halftime. Sulphur Springs 14 and Mabank 10. And Mabank coming in here 1-5 for the season, 0-1 in district play. They lost last week, Chad, to Anna, 35-0.
Yeah, well, Anna's tough team. Tough team, yes.
They are, and they are state ranked, but Wildcats, have their eyes on Anna as they will play them in the last game of the season, and what very well might decide the district championship. But that's sort of an eye-opening thing. But we'll see what happens in the second half. My guess is that you'll see Sulphur Springs take control of the ball game here in the second half.
Well, I'm just kind of surprised that the Panthers have not passed the ball more than they just don't have a passing game. But that's what it was a very short first half because they really burned up the clock by keeping the ball on the ground.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They're running again. I call it the wing tee. Brandon Faircloth, the Wildcats head coach, is a lot more knowledgeable about football than I am. Obviously, he calls it the slot tee.
Yep.
But it's the quarterback under center.
Yep.
Typically 2 backs, 2 halfbacks behind the quarterback, a wing back. Sometimes they line up with 2 wing backs, usually only 1 wide out. This basically, Chad, is the offense that you would have seen 75% or 80% of high school teams running in the 60s and early 70s.
In the early 70s, right.
It's a throwback offense, but it can be very effective, and we saw that on that 75-yard drive.
The very first play of the game, of course, that onside kick kind of surprised us special teams for the Wildcats, and they marched down the field. The Panthers did, and got some points on the board. They ended up with a field goal out of that one, like you said, but that kind of put the Wildcat defense, kind of the Wildcats all together, kind of on their heels there, and they were trying to play catch up the whole first half, and finally went ahead with seconds left on the clock here in the first half. So
Mabank had two very impressive drives in the first half, and almost entirely on the ground. They had that 43-yard drive to start the game, and as you said, they got the field goal, and then the 75-yard drive for the touchdown. So they really did a good job of moving the ball on the Wildcat defense.
Yes, they did, and they controlled the ball, controlled the clock, and but the Wildcats are still up 14-10 over the Panthers.
Mabank will have the ball to start the third quarter as they kicked off to start the game, even though it was an onside kick, and they got the ball back immediately. But they will have the ball to start the third quarter, barring an onside kick by Sulphur Springs and the Wildcats,
right,
which I don't expect.
And of course, you've heard the announcer in the background there, man, oh man, the Wildcat band coming out, having a great UIL season so far, and practicing that UIL performance again here tonight for us. So those watching on YouTube can see that performance, and those listening on KSST 1230 AM will get to listen to the audio of that as we'll get this cranked up here. A great performance that just kind of gets better every time we see it.
Again, they got all 1 ratings at the regional competition this past week, and they will be going to the area competition 1 week from tomorrow at Lindale High School.
They come the silence before the storm here.
Halftime, and Sulphur Springs Wildcats leading over Mabank 14-10. And here is the Sulphur Springs Wildcat Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, your state finalists, Sulphur Springs High School Wildcat Band.
Well, John Mark, another wonderful performance by the Wildcat band as they exit the field. We've got both teams lining up, ready to come back on the field. You've got some other sports news for us.
Right, the cross-country teams did extremely well at the district meet at Pittsburgh as the boys varsity placed second, the girls varsity also placed second, and Edith Martinez on the girls team was in first place, the first place finisher in the district, and then the JV boys were first for Sulphur Springs, and the JV girls were third, so cross-country, fantastic.
Oh, yeah, great performance there by just the entire varsity, boys, girls, JV, boys and girls, so way to go Wildcats on that as our Wildcat football team takes the field. They're up 14-10 over the Mabank Panthers. They're going to get started with the next kickoff here in just a moment as the Panthers are already on the field over there, and the Wildcats kicking off the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff as they were set to receive that first kickoff in the beginning of the first half, but lo and behold, the Panthers tried a onside kick and they were successful.
Give their head coach a lot of credit there, a lot of courage. Zach Hudson in his sixth season at Mabank after stints at Weimer and Howe as the head coach, and but they came out here to win. You know, they're not playing for any other reason than to win, and they went with the onside kick to start the game, and by golly, it was successful. And then they drove on down. That was the most impressive thing, that not only that they got the onside kick and attempted it in the first place, but they made something of it. You know, they drove down and got the field goal, and then had that other even better drive in the second quarter, 75-yard drive for a touchdown. So Sulphur Springs certainly had to be considered a heavy favorite going into this game with a 5-1 record versus 1-5 for Mabank. But now the Sulphur Springs Wildcats, you have to believe, are going to take command of this game in the second half.
Yeah, very close game. Certainly a lot closer than what we thought going into this game. 14-10, the Wildcats are up, but Eric Rodriguez teeing up the ball here, getting ready to kick off our J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff as Wildcats move right to left from south and kicking into that 0 mile per hour wind.
Yeah, we still have no wind at all. Eric Rodriguez kicking to the near side, and again the fair catch is taken by Jordan Flores for Mabank, and so they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he took that all the way down. A great booming kick by Eric Rodriguez all the way down to the 7-yard line, but fair catch called, and that will give the Panthers 1st and 10 on their own 25, and the Wildcat defense is fired up. They're coming out looking like they're ready to, just take names and get the job done.
14-10, Sulphur Springs leading. And what Sulphur Springs needs is a 3-and-out here. They need to get off the field immediately, the defense, and not let these guys drive the ball down the field on it. Wing back on the left side in motion from left to right, and Caden Penland is swarmed by Sulphur Springs tacklers, including Ty Bybee, the first man to make contact, the Mabank quarterback, going nowhere on that keeper play. So that's a good start for the Wildcat defense.
But they're going to start no loss, no gain. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 25 for the Panthers.
Mabank moving from left to right, from the north end zone to the south end zone. Penland turns and hands off, and this is Peyton Welk, big fullback for Mabank, and this time he gets 5 yards out to the 30-yard line.
So the Wildcat defense, wonder what changes. I thought maybe the Panthers would pass more. They haven't done that yet. Of course, they've just got their 2 plays into this second half. But the Wildcat defense reading these plays a little bit better on this wing T, split T, slot T, something T offense that they've got going. And so far, the Wildcats reading that a little bit better.
Laren Vaughn made the tackle on that previous play down. 3rd down and 5. It is going nowhere. A handoff to Peyton Welk, and he is dropped for a loss, I believe. No, they will say he got back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all. And there's your 3-and-out that we were talking about. It
is. It's going to be 4th down. It's going to be punt time for those Panthers as they're sitting on their own 30-yard line.
And the tackle made by Ty Bybee there the junior defensive back for the Wildcats.
And so their punter all the way back on his own 15-yard line. The Wildcat back to receive the punt on his own 40-yard line. So this could turn out to be some great field position for your Wildcats.
Here's the snap. And the punt is away by Kyler Howarth and taken by Skylar Lewis. And Lewis, little shake and bake, gets away from the first tackler and makes a nice return down the near side up to about the 48-yard line.
So it's going to be a great field position for your Wildcats as they get started right about midfield on their own 48. Wildcat offense trying to put something together here pretty quickly. 10:01 left in this third quarter. The Wildcats are up 14-10 as they start their first possession of the second half.
Important for Sulphur Springs to drive down, put some points on the board, and take command of the game. At their own 49-yard line, moving from right to left. Brady Driver, the senior quarterback, takes the snap. He's in the shotgun. And he fakes the handoff, and there goes Brady Driver down the near side at the 20, the 10. He's going to score. Brady Driver, 51 yards for Sulphur Springs. And the Wildcats putting this game not out of reach, certainly, but much more in control of the Sulphur Springs Wildcats with that, first of all, that 3 and out on defense for the Wildcats. And then the touchdown run by Brady Driver, but there is a flag down at the 40-yard line.
And it's against the Wildcats, so this one's coming back. That was the best, longest quarterback sneak I've ever seen as he snuck it 51 yards all the way into the end zone. But unfortunately, I didn't see the call there, but it was against the Wildcats, so it's coming back.
They're going to put the ball down at the Mabank 48-yard line. So it will still be 1st and 7. The penalty assessed, I believe, a block in the back from the spot of the foul. And so the penalty assessed from downfield. Here's a handoff to Cameron Jefferson, and Jefferson off the right side and is going to be stopped either for no gain or for a loss, and they say no gain to the 48-yard line. So Driver, the 51-yard touchdown run called back as the Wildcats got off to a great start here in the second half with the 3 and out, forcing Mabank to punt. And then it looked like they were taking that even to a new level with the touchdown run, but now 2nd down and 8 for Sulphur Springs at the 49-yard line of Mabank. And the handoff goes to Cameron Jefferson, and Jefferson gets out of a tackle at the line of scrimmage and then takes it on downfield to the 43-yard line in Mabank territory.
Took 3 or 4 Panthers to take him down. His forward progress got him all the way up within a yard of a new set of downs, but he was pushed back about 5 or 6 more yards after that. But they give him that forward progress, and it's going to be 3rd and 1 for your Wildcats.
Jefferson has really come to the fore in the last 3 weeks as the ball carrier for the Wildcats. And now 3rd and 1 for Sulphur Springs at the 42 of Mabank, and it's the snap to Brady Driver, and Driver lowers his shoulder as he goes off left tackle, and he will have the first down at the 35-yard line of Mabank with a gain of 7 yards.
Yes, great job there by Brady Driver, just powering his way through that front line and getting a new set of downs for the Wildcats. They're a little deeper into Panther territory now on the 35-yard line of the Mabank Panthers. It's 1st and 10 for your Hootens Hardware, 1st down.
Sulphur Springs leading 14-10, just over 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. First possession of the second half for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Driver looking to the sideline.
Little play change coming in.
Looks that way. 2 wideouts to the far side. H back to the right side behind the right tackle. Here's a pass to Skylar Lewis, but he bounces it in, does Brady Driver.
Yeah, I think Brady Driver ended up sitting down on that. I think he slipped as he was throwing that. I was watching where the ball was going, and it bounced over to the receiver, and so I think he just kind of slipped on the throw there and didn't quite connect. So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
From the Mabank 35-yard line. With 7:50 to go in the third quarter. Sulphur Springs moving from right to left. They are driving to the north end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium. Snap to Driver. And the handoff, and this is D. Rose Luke in the ballgame at running back for Sulphur Springs. Wildcats have 3 outstanding running backs with D. Rose Luke in the game now, and he gets down to the 27-yard line of Mabank, and it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Yes, a real 3rd and short here. Very important for your Wildcat offense as they take time to talk about it here and get up to the line of scrimmage.
Quickly to the line. Grayson Reams is the H-back behind the left tackle. Snap to Driver on this 3rd and 2. And Driver, picking his way and using his blockers expertly, gets down to the 21-yard line for a gain of 6 yards, and that's a 1st down for the Wildcats.
Hooten's Hardware 1st down coming up for your Wildcats. They're almost in the red zone. They're on the 22-yard line for Mabank. Well, let's call it the 21 there, and it's going to be 1st and 10, and they're just knocking on the door of the red zone here, taking their time, running the clock down. 7 minutes left in this third quarter. No score change here in the second half of the ball game. Still the Wildcats 14, the Mabank Panthers 10.
1st down from the 21. Driver in the shotgun, fakes the handoff to D. Rose Luke, going to run it himself. Driver going to his left. He is brought down at the 12-yard line after a gain of around 9 yards. So Brady Driver taking it on his shoulders here.
Yes, he's just taking it himself, and he's just a good decision maker in the quarterback position. He's not certainly not hogging the ball by any means. He reads the play very well, and when he decides to run, he's based on very good information, and he usually gets some yardage out of it.
2nd and 1. Ball's on the near hash mark as they go from left to right. Hand off D. Rose Luke. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. D. Rose Luke, little man with a lot of power, takes it all the way down to the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal for Sulphur Springs after that 8-yard run by D. Rose Luke, who missed the game last week at Community after he suffered a concussion in the game. I guess that was 2 weeks ago at Liberty Island.
He's got the Wildcats offense have a little breathing room now as it's 1st and goal. They're on the 4-yard line. 5:50 left in this third quarter. Clock ticking away pretty fast this game because the ball staying on the ground on both sides of the ball.
Wildcats leading 14-10. 1st and goal at the 4. Cameron Jefferson in the ball game at running back. Driver taking the snap, and Driver lowers his shoulder and is across the goal line for the touchdown. Well, he had that 51-yard run at the start of this drive called back for a block in the back, but he gets the touchdown here from 4 yards out.
Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats, as Brady Driver dives into the end zone himself and puts 6 points on the board. 5:30 left in this third quarter. The Wildcats are up 20-10 with Eric Rodriguez about to attempt the extra point, and he does.
Nathan Andrews snaps, and Caden Mitchell holds, and Eric Rodriguez puts it through the uprights. It is 21-10 now. Sulphur Springs, 5:30 left to go in the third quarter.
We'll take a break and be back with the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff here at Gerald Prim Stadium in just a moment.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Sulphur Springs ISD Education Foundation would like to thank tonight's press box sponsor, Bell Concrete. Bell Concrete and their guests are enjoying the game from the press box, along with a dinner catered by the Sulphur Springs High School culinary students. Thank you, Bell Concrete, for your support of the foundation.
And we're back to Gerald Prim Stadium with a score 21 for your Wildcats, 10 for the Mabank Panthers. 5:30 left in this third quarter as Eric Rodriguez for the Wildcats tees up his kickoff for the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. The 3 receivers back for this kickoff deep in Mabank territory there. They're on their own 4 or 5 yard line as Eric Rodriguez has a very strong leg, and he's got that no wind to help him.
This kickoff by Rodriguez is going to be taken at the 7-yard line. This one will be returned for the first time out across the 20 to the 21-yard line by Jordan Flores.
Yes.
He is upended there.
He is exactly the term I was going to use, John Mark. Upended. It could be explained no other way. I think that was maybe Austin Cheney that upended the Mabank player there, but yes, number 3. And so it looks like the Panthers are going to be starting on their own 21-yard line. Not a good decision for them to run that back. If they just call for the fair catch, it'd be starting on the 25-yard line. But 1st and 10 for the Panthers on the 21-yard line. Here comes your Wildcat defense.
51-yard drive in 9 plays for the touchdown for Sulphur Springs after the punt return by Skylar Lewis. Here's a counter play and a big gain up the middle on 1st down, as it is Ashton Chambers on the carry for Mabank, and he has a 1st down. I believe, yes, they're going to move the chains at the 32-yard line.
So the Wildcat defense trying to get dialed in here. They had great success at the beginning of this 3rd quarter with forcing the Panther offense into a 3-and-out, but one play and another set of downs for the Panthers.
1st down at the 32-yard line. Wing back right. That is Linder. They're going to give it to Linder. Going left, trying to get outside. Wildcats do a good job of containing the play and bring him down after a gain of a couple of yards out to the 34-yard line. And the tackle for the Wildcats by Grayson Hardy, who came into the game with 49 tackles, number 2 tackler on the team behind middle linebacker Laren Vaughn. So 2nd down and 8.
We've called his number several times tonight on the tackles, so he's just adding to his totals there. And Laren Vaughn has added to his totals as well. So the Wildcat defense still doing a good job.
Aaron Roden, the center, out over the football for Mabank, and they keep it on the ground and a dive play over the left side. Pretty good gain out across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, getting close, but I think that's going to be short.
That's Peyton Welk on the carry, who had some big ones in the first half.
They're going to mark that just shy of the 1st down marker, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
Gain of 7 on that play, and now at the Mabank 41-yard line. Clock is moving with 3:43 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and Sulphur Springs leading 21-10. Mabank up to the line. The quarterback on the keeper there for Mabank, Caden Penland, and it looks like he will be very close to the 1st down. They're going to give him the 42-yard line, and that is where that forward stick is placed.
Yep,
and so it might require another measurement here. No, they say 1st down.
Hell, they're going to move those chains, and the Panthers are going to be starting their 1st and 10 on their own 42-yard line. They make this 1st down, they're going to be into Wildcat territory. So this Wildcat defense really needs to step it up here and try to put a stop on this Panther offense. 3:14 left in this 3rd quarter. The Wildcats up 21-10 over the Panthers.
Wing back left. 2 backs behind Penland, and this time they give it to Peyton Welk, and Welk trying to go off left tackle is hit by Ty Bybee, who made the first contact there, and basically no gain.
Great play by the Wildcat defense as they wrapped him up right there at the line of scrimmage and took him down, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
Wildcats forced Mabank in a 3-and-out to punt on their first possession, then drove down for a touchdown, but now Mabank has strung together a couple of 1st downs. This is 2nd down and 10, and this is Braden Linder, the wingback, taking the handoff and going wide and turning it upfield and reaching the 46-yard line for a gain of 4 yards from Mabank, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and 6.
Personnel change for the Wildcat defense right before that last play. Isaac Ray coming in, number 40. Was number 11 on the tackle for the Wildcats. That's Ty Bybee for that last play. Here's 3rd and kind of long.
3rd and 6. Big play. Sulphur Springs leading 21-10. Handoff up the middle, and they'll be close to the 1st down here as they cross into Sulphur Springs territory.
When they get it right on the stick, they get it right on the maybe 1 inch past the stick. Let's see if they're going to call it.
Ashton Chambers on the carry there for Mabank. He is their leading ball carrier this season, coming into this game anyway.
They move the chains. They're going to give him a 1st down. 470
yards for Ashton Chambers coming into the game, and now 1st down at the Sulphur Springs 48-yard line.
Clock moving very quickly. Less than 2 minutes left on the 3rd quarter here as the Wildcats are up 21-10 10 over the Panthers.
So again, Mabank moving the ball steadily on the ground here against the Sulphur Springs defense.
They're about to get a delay of game penalty, and
Sulphur Springs leading 21-10, and they got the timeout apparently in time.
So we're going to take a timeout with them. Wildcats up 21-10 over the Panthers. Minute 31 left in the third quarter. We'll be back to Gerald Prim Stadium here in just a moment. And welcome back to Gerald Prim Stadium. Your Wildcats are up over the Mabank Panthers, 21-10. There's 1 minute 31 seconds left in this third quarter as the Panthers try to make something out of this drive. John Mark, they're into Wildcat territory on the Wildcat 48-yard line. 1st and 10.
This time 2 tight ends and 3 backs behind Caden Penland, the quarterback, on this first down play. Handoff up the middle, and that is Ashton Chambers again on the carry, and he lowers his shoulder as he is brought down at the 45-yard line for a gain of 3 yards. Second down and 7.
Day Hall on the tackle there, stopping him with some short yardage. The Wildcats trying to hold this offense to a little bit less yardage.
2 wingbacks, single setback. They give it to Ashton Chambers. Chambers between the tackles, short gain to the 44-yard line. That's just 1 yard. And it'll be third down now, and I make it 6.5. Well, let's just go ahead and say 6. 3rd and 6. From the Sulphur Springs 44-yard line with 33 seconds in this very fast-moving third quarter. And the Wildcats leading 21-10. But Mabank mounting another threat here at the Sulphur Springs 44-yard line. This drive started at their own 21. Caden Penland, counterplay, hands off, Peyton Welk. Welk will have the first down on that 3rd down and 6. Down to the 35-yard line of the Wildcats.
And they're going to move the chains again.
Gain of 9 yards. And that may be and probably is the last play of the third quarter. Under 10 seconds to go, and Mabank still in the huddle, and they're going to now walk toward the sideline and let the time expire. So we go to the fourth quarter in this fast-moving game at Gerald Prim Stadium with the Wildcats leading 21-10, but Mabank on the march.
We're going to switch into the field here, and we're going to take a commercial break. Send it back to James Terry at the studio. We'll be back with Wildcat football, Gerald Prim Stadium, in just a moment. We're back with Wildcat football here at Gerald Prim Stadium. The Wildcats up 21-10 over the Mabank Panthers. 12 minutes left in this ball game, and the Panthers have the ball. They're marching down the field in Wildcat territory on the Wildcat 35-yard line for their 1st and 10.
35, as Chad said, of the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. This is the 11th play of the drive. They have moved from their own 21-yard line.
A little confusion here for the Panthers, it looks like.
Caden Penland under center. Hands off to Braden Linder, and Linder last out for about 3 yards, depending on the spot, to the 32-yard line, or the 33. Looks like it will be the 33. So that's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 2nd down and 8. Again, this drive now on the 12th play, and it's all on the ground for Mabank out of their split T offense.
Yeah, that really runs the clock down because they can just keep that ball on the ground, and that's why this game moving very quickly.
Two tight ends. Linder goes out wide to the right as a flanker. Penland passing this time on the rollout to the right, but incomplete over on the far side, and that was intended there for Ashton Chambers coming out of the backfield. But incomplete at the 30-yard line, and now 3rd down and 8 for Mabank.
The very, very important 3rd down play for your Mabank Panthers. Much more important play for your Sulphur Springs Wildcat defense because it's 3rd and long, and they're they're kind of in 4th down territory, being down 21-10, but this is a long 3rd down play for the Panthers.
Wildcat defense needs to get off the field here. Man in motion from right to left. Counter play, they give it to Ashton Chambers. Chambers bullying his way across the 30 down to about the 28-yard line. And he will be short of the 1st down, but my guess is that on 4th down and 3, they will go for the 1st down here.
Yes, they probably will have to right here, being down 21-10, and certainly not changing out any personnel. Maybe a receiver coming in there. Certainly not the punter.
It would be a 45-yard field goal from here, so that's not likely. So here we go on 4th down and 3 from the 32-yard line for Mabank, trailing 21-10, and Penland, the quarterback, keeps it himself, and he will have the 1st down.
Well, so their old school setup certainly worked out for them on that. They put 2 wideouts out there to draw some of the Wildcat defense out to the side, and quarterback keeper just took it right up the middle and gained enough yardage for the 1st down.
He picked up 6 yards, more than enough for the 1st down, and now it is 1st down and 10 for Mabank at the Sulphur Springs 22-yard line. Sulphur Springs leading 21-10, but a very effective drive here by the Mabank Panthers. Man in motion, the wingback from right to left. They give it to him. That's Braden Linder. Linder across the 20 down to the 18-yard line of the Wildcats, and it is Day Hall who makes the tackle from behind for the Wildcats.
Day taking him down and comes skipping off the side of the field, maybe tweaked his ankle a little bit, but he's going to take himself out for a couple of plays, and we'll probably see him back in the game here pretty quick. Giovanni Sola still in the game, number 76, another powerhouse there on the Wildcat defensive line. Ty Bybee, of course, still in the ball game. And then we've got number 21 over there, too, for the Wildcats.
5 yards on the gain, 2nd down and 5. Counter play, fake to one back, and now to give to the 2nd back, that's Case Holt, who takes the handoff and gets down to the 16-yard line of Sulphur Springs, and now this will be 3rd down and 4. This will also be the 17th play of the drive.
3rd down and 4.
That's an exceptionally long drive.
It is.
From their own 21-yard line, all on the ground. There was one pass, but it was incomplete. 9:03 to go, and the clock is rolling. Sulphur Springs leading 21-10. 3rd and 4.
Michael Godwin coming in for the Wildcats, number 79.
Hand off to Case Holt, and he is hit short of the line to gain. He gets to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 1, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and 2.
4th, I believe.
I'm sorry, yes, 4th and 2. That's right. 4th down and 2. From the 15, ball square between the hash marks. Well, they have definitely shown the ability to pick up the yards on a 4th down play on this drive.
Very, very important play for the Wildcat defense as the Panthers are going to go for it.
Caden Penland goes back to pass on this 4th and 2. Passing, and it is broken up and incomplete, and making the play for the Wildcats is Austin Cheney.
Number 3, Austin Cheney broke that up and saved the Wildcat defense and kept the points off the board for the Panthers as the Panthers turn the ball over on downs. Wildcats will take their possession at their own 15-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for your Wildcats as a very big play by Austin Cheney.
Interesting call on 4th down and 2 to go to the play action. And Cheney with a nice play. I think he had a receiver out there if Austin Cheney had not thrown up a mitt and knocked it down.
Yeah, a very surprising play for a team that has rarely passed this entire game.
First down for the Wildcats from the 15-yard line, leading 21-10. And here's the handoff to D. Rose Luke. And Luke dodging this way and that across the 20 out to the 23-yard line for a gain of 8 yards.
Yes, they're going to make easy work of that one. Now it's 2nd and 2 for your Wildcats as they take their time. 7:48 left on the game clock. 21 for the Wildcats, 10 for the Mabank Panthers as the Wildcats are starting to dominate this second half of Wildcat football.
That drive by Mabank, 63 yards and 18 plays, and they give it up on downs. 2nd down and 2, flag is down. Play action pass, driver sprinting to the near side, steps out of bounds at the 30-yard line and would have the first down, but there is a flag down at the line of scrimmage. Our referee is Richard King out of the Tyler chapter.
I didn't see what that one was, but I'm going to guess it's offsides for the...
Flag was dropped just as the ball was snapped.
Yeah.
All eyes on Richard King, and it is a false start against the Wildcats.
So that's going to back them up 5 yards. Still going to be 2nd down. It's going to make it 2nd and 7 for your Wildcats, make it a little more difficult. That quarterback keeper there would have been a first down, but I'm going to back it up. 7:27 left in the ball game. Your Wildcats up 21-10 over the Mabank Panthers.
Wildcats on the road next week at Paris, and that may very well be a very big game. Paris at Community tonight. I would expect them to beat the Community Braves, and so it would be two teams with 2-0 district records squaring off next week at Paris. Here's Driver taking the snap, faking the handoff. He will tuck it and get out to the 25-yard line, close to the first down.
Yes, and they're not moving the ball marker yet. Got a very good block by Skylar Lewis, number 6 there. That's going to be just short of the first down marker. Nope, they're going to call it a first down and move the chain. So the Wildcats are going to have a new set of downs on their own 25-yard line. It's going to be a Hooten's Hardware. First down for your Wildcats.
That was the hesitation of moving the down marker. They were waiting to see if they would indicate first down or not.
Yep.
Wildcats moving left to right. Grayson Reams, the H-back behind the left tackle. Keep it on the ground. Hand off to D. Rose Luke, I believe, off the right side. He is a little power package there for Sulphur Springs.
Absolutely.
Hard to bring down at D. Rose Luke. Let's see, do we have height and weight on him? I don't believe we do.
Well, his second and third effort on that play got him all the way up. It's going to be second and I'm going to call it 3 there. He picked up 7 yards.
Gain of 7. I'm going to guess him at about 5'6" and 150 pounds.
Yep, and they hit him about 3 yards after he gained about 3 yards, and he carried those guys the other 4 yards. So
2nd and 3. Cameron Jefferson in the ballgame. They fake to Jefferson, and now Driver scrambling out of the pocket and throwing it away. Under terrific pressure there from Mabank by one of the Mabank rushers, and it'll be 3rd down and 3 for Sulphur Springs with 6:20 to go in the ball game. This game has moved so fast that I have to remind myself this is the 4th quarter.
Right.
And it is 21-10 Wildcats. Game was 14-10 or 14-10 at halftime.
That was number 65 chasing him down for the Panthers, who is not on their roster.
Yeah, that's what I came to. I was sad to realize that. Here's 3rd down and 3. Driver keeps it himself. Driver coming to the near side, off tackle, and then bounces outside and is out of bounds at the 39-yard line. That's another first down for Sulphur Springs and a gain of 6 yards for Brady Driver.
Another great example of athleticism from Brady Driver as he just powers his way like a running back and he knows where the line is to gain, so he gets right up there and he stepped out of bounds and got the first down, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for your Hooten's Hardware first down on the Wildcat 39-yard line. line.
Driver, the leading ball carrier for Sulphur Springs, coming into the game with 466 yards rushing and 6.2 yards per carry. Here's a big hole for Cameron Jefferson. And Jefferson into the second level and across the 50 all the way to the Mabank 42-yard line. Cameron Jefferson.
He got some good blocks by the offensive line there for the Wildcats, and he shot right up through that hole and got into Mabank Panther territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 for a Hooten's Hardware first down. Timeout's been called, and we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back here with Wildcat football at Gerald Prim Stadium here in just a moment. And we're back at Gerald Prim Stadium, Wildcat football. The Wildcats marching down the field. They're up over the Panthers 21-10 with 6 minutes and 3 seconds left in the ball game. This ball game moving very quickly as both teams keeping the ball on the ground a lot during this game. John Mark, the Wildcats called a timeout there for some reason. No, that was called by the Panthers. Excuse me. The Panthers trying to catch a little wind there and try to reorganize their defense and try to stop this Wildcat offense from moving down the field.
That last game by Cameron Jefferson was for 19 yards from the first down at the Mabank 42-yard line. Wildcats leading 21-10. Fake to Jefferson. Driver rolls out. Will tuck it and comes to the near side and ducks out of bounds at about the 36-yard line for a gain of 6 yards.
Well, they're going to give him... Yep, okay, they're going back to that 6-yard. You had it called better than the official on the far side of the line who had walked down to about 8 yards there.
By the way, each team only has 2 possessions in the second half so far.
Yes, it's moved very quickly as they're both keeping it on the ground. But Brady Driver did step out of bounds. That stopped the clock at 5:57. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 yards to go for your Wildcats.
Under 6 minutes to go in the game. Wildcats leading 21-10. Driver fakes to Jefferson. Backpedals, passing for Skylar Lewis at the goal line, in and out of his hands, but a flag down on the play.
Yes, that flag reached from my back pocket all the way down to the goal line here as that defender knew he was going to be beaten by Skylar Lewis and got intentionally tangled up with Skylar, hindering him from getting that pass. So looks like it's going to be pass interference, the way I call it, against the defense.
Yep, pass interference against Mabank. This is one of the interesting differences, Chad, in college football, high school football, and pro football.
Yes,
in pro football, that would be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Right.
But a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down in high school and college football, so that gives the Wildcats the ball at the Mabank 21-yard line.
Yeah, still a great advantage for the Wildcats as they move on down the field. They're almost in the red zone on the 21-yard line for their Hooten's Hardware first down. It's going to be 1st and 10. Wildcats taking their time. That incomplete pass also stopped the clock. 5:49 left in the ball game. Wildcats getting the play in from the sidelines and see if they can get it into the end zone.
8th play of the drive. It started at the Sulphur Springs 15-yard line. Now first down at the Mabank 21. Hand off to D. Rose Luke, and Luke showing a little wiggle as he goes up the middle between the tackles down to the 11-yard line. And that's a 10-yard gain for D. Rose Luke, the sophomore running back for the Wildcats, and close to another first down. I see the 2nd down marker, so apparently just shy, a little bit shy.
Yep.
No, they're going to move.
Now they're moving them. They're a little slow to move those, aren't they? Yeah. Of course, they're on the far side of the field. The longest position for us, the farthest position for us to see them right here. But it's 1st and 10 for your Wildcats as soon as they change the down marker off of 2nd down over there. But it's going to be a Hooten's Hardware first down.
High snap. to Driver. Now the handoff on a draw play to D. Rose Luke, and Luke hit at the 5-yard line but keeps his feet moving, and he works his way down to about the 1-yard line. Gain of 10 yards or close to it by D. Rose Luke, and if that's the case, it'll be first and goal, and that will be the case. And here's the snap to Driver, and once again they go to D. Rose Luke, and Luke hitting the backfield, refuses to go down. Close to the goal line now. The Mabank defense thinks that there was a fumble that they have recovered.
Right at the goal line, the Wildcats fumble. The Mabank Panthers recover, and it's going to be first and 10 for the Mabank Panthers as the Wildcats were just literally knocking on the door of a touchdown there at the goal line.
That's an example of a back, his terrific effort and determination to keep going forward, but he would have been better off to go ahead and go down and take his gain.
Yeah, so unfortunate for the Wildcats there, the Mabank Panthers, with 4:47 left in the ball game, and they're down 11 points. They're going to have to put something together here pretty quick, deep in their own territory.
From their own 2-yard line, Penland handing off at a short gain out to perhaps the 5-yard line. And on the carry, that's Ashton Chambers. So Wildcats leading 21-10 with 4:40 to go in the ball game, and Sulphur Springs marching for an apparent touchdown. But the fumble gives the ball to Mabank at the 2-yard line. And now line of scrimmage will be just shy of the 5.
I think we must have a penalty here. It was. Not sure what that penalty was. The official came all the way over to the sideline to pick up his flag. Here it comes. Maybe that's the sideline penalty again. Did you see that?
Yeah, it looks like a sideline warning.
It's a sideline penalty that looks a lot like we're just ushering people off the sideline. That's the call. Did you see that with both hands?
Yes.
Yes, and so that's against the Wildcats, really against the coaching staff for being a little bit too far out on the field or letting the players be too far out on the field. So that's a 15-yard penalty. And so when they add that to their run, that's going to be all the way out to the 21-yard line. It's going to be first and 10 for the Panthers.
First down. And the handoff, and the running play goes off the right side. I believe that is Ashton Chambers again, up to about the 25-yard line. Yep, Ashton Chambers, workhorse for their guys. And he reaches the 25, so it'll be second down and 7. We'll make that a gain of 3. Second down and 7. Up to the line. This is 2 tight ends, 3 backs, basically the old T formation. Handoff and a running play off the right side, and a huge mass of humanity there. As a short gain for Mabank, and it is Peyton Welk on the carry. And that gain now, they are really rushing up to the line.
Panthers keeping it on the ground, running the clock down too quickly, but getting up to the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 4. Caden Penland, handoff, and nothing there. As the Wildcats able to stop the play for no gain and maybe even a loss. They gave it to Peyton Welk again there.
It's going to make it fourth down about 5, I think. And another timeout is going to be called. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back with Wildcat football. 3 minutes and 34 seconds left in this ball game. The Wildcats up 21-10 over the Panthers. We'll be back to Gerald Prim Stadium here in just a moment. And the Wildcat up over the Panthers 21-10. We're back. Gerald Prim Stadium. They're ready to snap the ball on 4th and 5.
Big play, 4th down and 4 from the Mabank 27-yard line play action pass. They will go for the first down, and it is incomplete. as they throw it out to the near side, intended for Braden Linder, but Sulphur Springs will take over first down at the Mabank 27-yard line with 3:30 to go in the game and leading 21-10.
Another very odd play choice, as they have not had but just a handful of passes the entire game, but the last two passes they've had have been on fourth down plays where they need to convert, and of course they've just fallen incomplete. So good luck for the Wildcat offense as they get to take back the field, and they've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds to redeem themselves when they got right down to the goal line and fumbled the ball. Maybe they can put it in the end zone this time. John Mark.
First down from the 27-yard line. Brady Driver in the shotgun out of the spread offense. Handoff goes to Cameron Jefferson, and Jefferson up the middle, finds a hole and reaches the 19-yard line on the carry for a gain of 8 yards.
Wow.
On that previous possession for them, it was a 4th and 2, and I thought that was an even more unusual call. This one here was 4th and 4, so you can kind of see the pass on 4th and 4 more than you could the 4th and 2 on that previous possession. But you're right, 2 fourth down passes when what has worked for them has been the running game all night long.
Right.
Second down and 2 for Sulphur Springs at the 19. Jefferson a step to the left of Brady Driver, and Driver in the shotgun, has a wide out to either side, snap to Driver, give it to Cameron Jefferson. Jefferson blasts through the hole all the way down to the 9-yard line. It'll be first down and goal for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats.
Good play call there by the Wildcats, and they get another set of downs. It's going to be a Hootens Hardware first down. They're going to be just inside the 10-yard line. It's going to make it first and goal for your Wildcats from the 10.
Wildcats drove 84 yards on that previous drive in 9 plays, but fumbled at the 1-yard line. And now, back at the 9-yard line, first and goal of Mabank. Sulphur Springs leading 21-10. Driver handing off, and this is Cameron Jefferson, and he is brought down from behind the line of scrimmage. It's a nice tackle there by Cameron Wilkinson, the linebacker for Mabank.
Yeah, number 8 of the Mabank Panthers read that play very well and dropped that Wildcat behind the line of scrimmage. Now it's going to be second and goal on the 11-yard line.
Yeah, they have to score the touchdown here, as it was first and goal from the 9. Well, the clock is rolling, under 2 minutes to go in the game here. And, how interested is Sulphur Springs in scoring at this point? 3 wideouts to the left side, 1 to the near side. Snap to Driver. Driver looking to pass, and now will come to the near side and take it out of bounds around the line of scrimmage with 1:24 to go.
Driver ran out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
There are calculations in high school football at the end of the season where you have teams that are tied in the standings, where point differential comes into play, and coaches do take that into account sometimes.
So you're saying that even though the Wildcats have this one in the bag, we may still want to go ahead and score?
Yes. I mean, that's obvious, because they could be just handing it off and basically running out the clock here. This is third down and goal from the 11. Snap to Driver. Driver under pressure, scrambling in the backfield all the way back to the 25-yard line. Has an open field, but he throws, and it is caught for the touchdown. And that is Grayson Reams, I believe.
All right, Grayson.
Grayson Reams, who is the H-back or tight end, if you will, but I believe that's the first time he has caught the ball this season. He might have carried it a time or two.
Yes, he has, but Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats, and way to go Grayson Reams for hauling that one in, putting 6 more points on the board. The Wildcats up 27-10 over the Panthers as Eric Rodriguez gets ready to kick.
Kick by Rodriguez is up and good.
Yes, that one was up good and across the street. He had so much height on that. The Wildcats are up 28-10 over the Panthers with 1:16 left. We're going to take a break as they get ready to set up the J. Hod Chevrolet kickoff and be back with some Wildcat football here at Gerald Prim Stadium in just a moment. And we're back with Wildcat football here on KSST at Gerald Prim Stadium. The Wildcats are up 28-10 over the Mabank Panthers as Brady Driver connected with Grayson Reams on that last pass for a touchdown, and the Wildcats getting ready to kick off from left to right here for the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. Eric Rodriguez set up on the 40-yard line there, and I think he can hit it all the way down to the 5. What do you think, John Mark?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And great job there by Driver of scrambling, keeping the play alive. Reams of finding the open spot in the end zone, and also a great job by the offensive line not to be downfield on the play, which would have made the touchdown null and void. Here's the kickoff, and it will be returned from the 5-yard line.
Almost psychic. Just almost psychic. Still no wind out there. The John Mark Dempsey weather forecast of wind in the third quarter or at halftime or whatever. Well, it didn't make it in yet.
What a dud.
Well, it just didn't quite make it in yet. So.
Rev Neighbors on the return there for Mabank. Well, I think there is a cold front that is forecast to come through, but it's early yet, and we might have expected to be playing here for another hour.
Exactly, yes. It's minute 13 left in this ball game as both teams have kept it on the ground and done a lot of clock burning by doing so. And so the Wildcats now getting ready for the defense to hold for a minute and 13 seconds. The Panthers are out of timeout, so it's going to be quick.
And a big hole on first down off the right side out to the 30-yard line. On the run goes Case Holt. That is a gain of 16 yards out to the 31-yard line.
Yes, a shoestring tackle there by the Wildcat to take him down, but they're going to move the chains on that one. And,
actually, give him the 32, so that's a 17-yard gain.
Yeah, so a minute 7 left. A good run by the Panthers, but Wildcat's going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back with Wildcat football here at Gerald Prim Stadium. 1 minute and 7 seconds left in this ball game until Wildcat victory. We'll be back in just a moment. And here they go.
With 1 minute left to go in the ball game, and Sulphur Springs leading 28-10. This first down play for Mabank. Dive between the tackles, gains only 1 yard out to the 33-yard line.
Clock ticking down, 42 seconds left in the ball game. The Wildcats up 28-10. Panthers not making quick work of this. They know they've kind of been defeated here.
Caden Penland under center in the T formation with 2 tight ends. And handoff off the right side, and a nice gain here out across the 42-yard line for Mabank. And that was Ashton Chambers again, who gets out to the 42-yard line. He's had a pretty good night for Mabank, and that's a first down to the 42-yard line. But with only 15 seconds left to go in the game, and Mabank has no timeouts, and they are walking to the sideline.
Yes, that's going to do it for your Wildcats as they prove victorious here against the Mabank Panthers, 28-10 as the clock ticks down to triple zeros. The Wildcats doing a great job getting off to kind of a rough start against a team that they should have, we thought, would handle very handily, but kind of got a rough start, brought it together in the second quarter, the second half, and win 28-10 over the Mabank Panthers. John Mark, we're online next week against Paris, up in Paris. So the Wildcats improved their district play from 2-0, and we'll have to see how Paris did tonight. But they played Anna, you said, last week.
No, Mabank played Anna and
Well,
lost
Mabank did.
to Anna last week 35-0. Now, Paris is playing at Community tonight. It's going to be very interesting to see the outcome of that game. Let me run through the scoring real quick in the game. We'll just do it real fast.
Sure.
Chad, Noah Romero, after Mabank got that onside kick to start the game, Noah Romero, 25-yard field goal to make it 3-0 for Mabank. Wildcats came back with a 31-yard pass from Brady Driver to Sky Lewis to go ahead 7-3. Long drive by Mabank. They got a 21-yard touchdown pass from Caden Penland to Darlin Gibbs to make it 10-7 Mabank. Wildcats came back with a 70-yard drive and a 1-yard touchdown run by Brady Driver to make it 14-10 at halftime. And then the Wildcats more or less dominate the second half, although not entirely, as Mabank had one drive of 63 yards and 18 plays and finally gave it up on downs. But Sulphur Springs scored on a 4-yard run by Brady Driver to make it 21-10 in the third quarter. And then the final touchdown, the 11-yard run on a scramble by Brady Driver, 11-yard pass from Driver scrambling to Grayson Reams. All 4 extra points tonight good by Eric Rodriguez in the final 28-10 Sulphur Springs.
That's going to do it for us here at Gerald Prim Stadium, where the Wildcats win again 28-10 over the Panthers. I've been your color commentator, Chad Young. John Mark Dempsey on play-by-play. Of course, we had Natalie Sheffield and Matt Jansen on the camera tonight, and our buddy Cameron Faust helping us out with spotting and some statistics and all things else in the football game. And of course, we couldn't do any of it without James Terry back at the studio. We'll send it back to him, and we'll see you here next week, Wildcat football on KSST. James?
We even started this game.
Well, that's okay. We didn't hear any snoring. It was all right. That's okay. I got you. We got it. Thanks, James. Good game.